Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. One of the cameras I've been thinking a lot about lately is the Panasonic LX100. I had that camera for quite some time, I think almost a year. I shot a lot with it. It was one of the first cameras that was a great 4K camera, a great 4K package. And the only thing I really missed on that camera, and it was probably a big reason why I sold it, was it didn't have a movable screen. But it had a beautiful lens, 24-75 f1.7 to 2.8, very high quality, full micro four thirds sensor, so much bigger than a 1-inch sensor, and as I said, the 4K video, and a beautiful little camera. This looked nice, and it was pocketable too. So great camera, and it's got me thinking: where's the LX200? Are we going to see an LX200? The question about are we going to see one comes from the fact that we know Panasonic is restructuring, and they have said that they're going to be paring down or reducing the amount of cameras they're offering or making. So is the LX200 or the LX100 update, whatever it's going to be called, let's just call it the LX200 for the sake of argument, is that a victim of the paring down, or are we still going to see an LX200? If we do, I've been thinking about what I want in an LX200, and I've made a few notes here just so I made sure I didn't forget something. Number one, obviously the 20 megapixel sensor. The GH5 and the GX8 both have the 20 megapixel sensor, and I'd like to see that come over to the LX200. Not a big deal for Panasonic because it's already in the parts bin, so easy peasy for them, right? The other thing I'd like to see come over is 6K photo. From the GH5, I'd like to see the 6K photo feature on an LX200. I think that would be really great and interesting feature to have on such a high powered small pocket camera. Obviously we want to keep the 4K, maybe some enhancements to it, but maybe we could get 4K 60. I don't know, maybe not, but keep the 4K. We're already doing very well with that. The next point was the point I made that I missed on the LX100 is the LCD, the screen. I would like at least the flip up screen from the LX10. I don't mind that, I'm quite used to it, but I would prefer the flip out screen from the GX8 or the G85 or the GH5. You can even take that from one of the parts bins if it works for such a small camera. I don't know, maybe it needs to be a different one because of the size of the camera, but I really would like to see a full Vari-Angle LCD. If that's not possible, then at least the LX10's flip-up screen. Now, the lens, as we mentioned, is a stellar 24-75 f1.7 to 2.8 lens. What I would like to see here is a little wider. For myself, and sometimes shooting handheld video, if you're doing a vlog, a lot of vloggers out there would love this. If we could make the lens an 18-75 or even an 18-70, I'd be willing to sacrifice the f1.7 aperture, just have a constant f2.8 aperture lens. That would be stellar for me. I'm sure some of you would be going, no, we want to keep the aperture, or we want a longer lens. But I think it's possible, especially with modern technology and the incredible tech that goes into these folding lenses and the optics on these small cameras. I think we could have an 18-70 on there. I'd probably even prefer something like an 18-60 or an 18-50 even, if that was necessary. But again, that may be something that you guys have a different opinion on because you might like something longer, or you might not be willing to sacrifice the aperture at the wide end if that was necessary. So, what do you guys think? First of all, on the lens, do you agree with me? Would you rather see something wider? Would you rather see like an 18-70 and be willing to sacrifice the f1.7 if that's what it took? Would you be okay if you couldn't do that, if we could have an 18-50? If the long end is what you want, what would you like to see there? I certainly don't want to sacrifice any more width on the camera, so I don't want to go any higher than 24 on the wide end, but what would you want to see? And are you willing to sacrifice the wide end f1.7 aperture if we made this, say, a constant aperture f2.8, but we're able to get a longer coverage, especially on the wide end, is what I want. Let me know in the comments below what you would like on the lens. And let me know in the comments below, have I hit all the points on the LX200 that you would want to see in an LX200 to make you buy one? This would be a very powerful, pocketable camera. And I think it would be a go-to camera for me, more so than, say, the LX10. Because it would have the larger sensor, and well, that's the key thing right there, the larger sensor, so it's better in low light and whatnot. I'm very pleased with my LX10, but it would be interesting to see this LX200 come out. Let me know in the comments below what features are important to you. Have I missed something in the features that I've laid out that I'd like to see, that you would like to see? Let me know in the comments below. Let's discuss, an LX200. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.